Hey everyone, Shishak Redemption here to get into Season 2 of the Orlando Magic Championship Challenge. After going 6-76 year 1, getting the 2 and 3 picks thanks to the Spurs jumping in the lottery. We were able to trade up for Shaq, dump some contracts, trade the 3 pick and Scott Skiles to get a whole new starting lineup, except for Nick Anderson. So Anderson stays put. Skiles in a first turn into Armstrong and Grant. And then my 2 future firsts I traded for McKee and McMillan because I figured this team's going to do better and those picks are not going to be worth as much. So that was the logic there. We had a pretty good backup lineup. Not that much scoring. I guess Scott's a pretty good scorer and Williams down low. Campbell, Ellie, McMillan, maybe more known for defense, although Ellie can shoot pretty well. So I'm excited to see what this team can do. I don't expect a championship based on some of the other teams around the league, but definitely playoffs I see in the future. Hopefully Nick Anderson and others are not super angry with the team this year. I hope that was just because of all the losses, but we will see. Yeah. So with that said, I think we're going to move forward. I don't have a draft pick coming up in the 93 offseason, so that's interesting. I hope I do really well. From the looks of it, it looks like the next offseason there's more cap space. There's a big bump in the salary cap, so I do have some flexibility maybe to improve via free agency, but we'll see. Let's get to the first game, and we will lose by 5 to the Heat. Shaq's first game, 23 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks. Didn't quite shoot 50%. Almost fouled out. Shot quite a few free throws. Okay. Grant had a good first game. Anderson didn't shoot very well. BJ was alright. Okay, I don't hate the output of this game. Looks like it was more about not being able to. Oh my God, it's Willie Burton. They drafted Tom Gugliotta. Greg Anderson got 21 rebounds. Don't know why he's dominating Horace Grant like that. We get trade offers. Gaddison for Campbell in a second. No thanks. We lost again. They want Brian Williams. If I were to trade somebody, it probably would be Brian Williams. He's got he makes quite a bit of money, and it's still into next year as well. So he would be the guy I put on the trade block if I do need to. 22, 9, and 4 blocks. That time he did foul out. Dennis Scott and BJ were not doing well from the field. Horace Grant got a weird stat line, including 4 turnovers. This is not a team we should be losing to, but they did sign Dennis Rodman, the second best free agent available. Beat the Knicks, thankfully. Patrick Ewing is doing amazing things, but so is Shaquille O'Neal. Scott, much better. We're hoping, I don't know, maybe I can get him a few more minutes somehow, but I'm hoping he'll be in the 6th man running is the goal, because on this team he should be scoring quite a bit, because Grant, McKee, and BJ don't need to score that much. Beat the Pistons, who also only have 1 win. They lost Rodman and didn't really replace him with anything. Oh, that says 29 rebounds. I guess they could have used Rodman. That's possibly the most rebounds I've seen in a simulation on the last several 2Ks. So there's that. That's got to lead the league. It's probably a Magic franchise record. Holy moly. Okay, well, Shaquille's off to a good start. Anderson had a nice game. We're shooting lots more threes with BJ. So for Anderson, BJ, and Scott, it's going to be a lot of three-pointers going up. Horace Grant 1 for 7. I am afraid of what his field goal percentage is going to be. Again, one of my rules is to not mess with tendencies, to keep this kind of flowing. We got an offer of Randy Brown for Armstrong in a second. I don't mind that. Oh, he's shooting poorly. Randy's really good at defense. Can't shoot at all. But his defense and his stealing is ridiculously good. But they're both on one-year deals, so it doesn't really matter. I'd actually be getting... Oh, they're the same age, so we'll decline that. Thanks for the offer. So we are under 500, which I was hoping was not the case. The Pacers are, like, amazing. Dennis Scott with 25 points, got to the line a lot. Horace had a bit of a better game. We allowed Dale Davis to get 20 and 10. They almost had 4 guys with 20. Beat the Hornets, who are about the same record as us. It's Anderson, Scott, and Shaq at the top. It should almost be those 3 at the top every time. BJ can be up there every once in a while. Brian Williams with a big game in his 11 minutes. We're going to get through like the first month or so and then take a look at whether we want to make rotation changes or trades possibly. BJ with 20. I also can give Shaq a couple more minutes. I had him at 38 and then I took him down to 36. Depending on how... Well, I don't want to take him from Williams. Campbell's doing all right. He's actually shooting better than he did last year. Let's get a winning record going, guys. Mario Ellie is out for 1 to 2 weeks, so we do finally have an injury here. Bobby Phills is, I think, in the rotation now. Maybe not quite as many minutes as Ellie was playing because Dennis Scott can play more. And if Anderson's doing well, he is, and he's getting happier, so he can play more. Let's leave Phil's at 10. Dennis Scott can play some more. Got a couple wins, and we stay under 500. Losing to the Mavericks, who made it to the finals in year 1. I still can't believe that. We annihilated them in the first quarter and then played no defense in the second quarter. Shaq with another 20-rebound game. Dennis Scott, Nate McMillan shot. Well, we had several guys shoot poorly. Mavericks don't look primed for a finals run here. Got Weatherspoon with the 14th pick. Beat the Celtics, who are not doing so hot. I think I don't remember where Larry Bird signed, but it was not with the Celtics. So they should be worse. We got Nick Anderson shooting not good. Beat the Blazers. That's their first loss. What a game. It wasn't so much Shaq, although that's a pretty good game. And it wasn't Dennis Scott. It looks like it was the defense. I don't really know. We turned it over quite a bit. Not a pretty win, but it's a win over the best team in the league, it looks like. Then we lose to a not good team. So there's the highs and the lows. Shaquille O'Neal is really good, guys. Like shooting almost 60%, 23, 14. Not really passing, which this team doesn't need to. Let's go through to December here. Dennis Scott's now hurt. He can play, but probably shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. Strained left hip for 4 to 6 weeks. Well, our depth at the wing just really took a hit because he's still out. Whoops. Oh, he's day-to-day, so hopefully it won't be for long. McMillan's probably going to play more shooting guard. Give him 25, and BJ can play more than that. Anderson can play more than that. Nick Anderson doing much better. His stats went down throughout the year because he was so upset with the losing ways of the Magic. Derek McKee can also play more than this, so we're going to be okay. I hope Phils is going to have to play more, though. And that leaves Michael Curry, who did well in his... He did okay in his time last year. He didn't get to play a whole lot. Well, played in half the games. He was one of our mid-season pickups. Let's give him 10. Nate's almost shooting 40%. Phil's is not doing well, so maybe we actually do this. Alright, so our big guys we didn't mess with, right? So 13 and 12 is 25, and that's what Campbell and Williams have. Campbell's up over 50%. Wow. Horace is still struggling with his shot, which makes me he's upset too. Probably because he's 84 overall and not shooting very much. But it's Horace Grant. You don't need to. Oh, boy. Well, I'm going to take a minute away from you, actually. Probably won't help, but... Derek McKee is shooting better than he did last year. Alright, Mario Ellie is back. I think Bobby Phil... Oh, now he's on fire. Darrell Armstrong's getting upset, too, that he's not playing. What in the world? Well, we might have some people we get to trade. I don't really want to trade Horace Grant, but... Well, if Bobby Phil is on fire, he can keep in the rotation, I guess. And we will do something like that for now. Alright, we are above 500. That's good. Beat the Heat by 3. That was the team we lost to open the season. Glenn Rice averaging much lower points per game because Tom Gugliotta's taken some of those points and probably some of the minutes as well. Shaq had 30. This was an overtime. I didn't really look at BJ's stats. Alright. That says almost 60% from downtown. Not sure that's going to be sustainable, but we'll see. Lakers are not good. Shaq's had a double-double in almost all the games, I think. Beat the Celtics again. That's his third time getting 20-plus boards, I think. Nick Anderson. There's Bobby Phills. That's why he was on fire. He went 4 for 4. 8 for 8 from the line. Made a 3. Got 17 points and like nothing else in his 12 minutes. Horace Grant double-double. Like 12 and 10 should be right down your lane, but he's only averaging 9 and 8. I wonder if that's why the Bulls traded him. Maybe he was mad on their team too. Probably less shots on Chicago's squad. Annihilated by the Sixers. Charles Barkley got a triple-double, which that's his first of the year. He had 2 last year. Nick Anderson, 3 for 3 from downtown. Ellie comes back, does all right. Phils goes, so he's 6 for 6 in the last 2 games. Who do I want to take minutes back from? BJ didn't do very well in that one. Let's give Ellie 1 from BJ and 1 from McMillan. Get him back up to 17. He's not doing great, but hopefully we'll get better. Let's get through the Warriors here, and then we'll take a look. Shaq is hurt. I'm going to let him sit one out because I don't want him to get more hurt. We're going to let Campbell start. Williams is going to play a lot more. We're going to let Hurt Herb play. Campbell can play probably 25 or so. Williams can play probably 20. We can let McKee play some power forward, which lets him come back up. Herb, I mean, I guess we can give a chance. Let's give him 15 and see what he can do. So 15 and 25 is 40. That leaves 8 at center for Williams. 12 at power forward. That's 46. I guess we can give one back to Grant, too, that we took away. So McKee's playing a little bit of power forward, but should be fine. Let's see. Beat the Warriors by 16. Shaq was amazing before he hurt his foot, I think it was. Let's go see. Alright, so Moses Malone got re-signed. I guess I need to check my re-signings as well. Let's do that real quick before I forget. Oh, Nate McMillan will re-sign, but he's got 2 years left, so probably not worth it. Nick Anderson is saying he refuses, even though he's happy right now, so he might change his mind. He's up to 19 points per game. Eldon is refusing, but hopefully starting will make him a little bit happier. McKee is at 2 years. I don't know what he'll want if he does want to re-sign. Potentially losing 2 rotation players, including a starter. But so Anderson's performance and his happiness has a lot to do with whether he gets a push to get brought back to the team. So, oh, no magic there. Detlef Schrempf's kind of an odd man out of that group. All right, I kind of said I wouldn't look at that stuff as much, but I do want to do a quick look at standings. We are 7th, tied kind of for 6th, and really in the hunt still. I'm going to look here just to see, is anybody... Nobody's even under 45%. Scott's close. Ellie has actually gotten better. McMillan's, I'm expecting that. I like this so far. I like what I'm seeing. Alright, Shaq should come back pretty soon. We get to scout some people. We don't have a pick, so... We also have... Oh, we've got 13 spots, so we might as well just go down the line here. Nate McMillan has fractured his hand. That's not good. So now Darrell Armstrong gets to play, which is good. Maybe he won't be upset. We will leave Nate active since he's unable to play. It won't play Shaq or Scott, who aren't ready. Alright, let's give BJ 31, which means Darrell needs to play 17, because I don't have another guy that can play backup point guard. Give Ellie... Probably give Nick Anderson another minute even. And then Ellie, let's bump him up to 22 as that 6th man. Actually, give Phil's another one because he looks like he's doing all right. All right, we should be getting Shaq back. He is now back. We lost that game pretty badly. Herb, that says he scored 12 points. Let's give him 35 for now. Campbell needs... Alright. We had him down. Ellie doesn't need as many. So we can do 26 between the two, and we have 25. Let's do that. He's still upset, but shooting even better. Lost to the Suns as well, so that's not good. Already look at this game? Yes. Alright. Bullets, for some reason, are good. That Rodman pickup and Bernard King coming back from injury, I guess, is pretty big. Campbell got a double-double in that start. And Herb had 12 and 6, shot ridiculously lots. His shot tendency is pretty high, so I gotta consider that when he's in the rotation. Horace Grant was awful and fouled out in 19 minutes. The Suns are really good. B.J. Armstrong leading the way. Shaq didn't do much of anything there. Oh yeah, they signed David Robinson. Forgot about that. He's not shooting nearly as much because this team is kind of loaded. At the top anyway. Alright, well, Shaq played one game and got a bit of a rest, so let's get him back up to 36. No thanks. Beat the Jazz by 3. Look like they're not as good as they probably should be. BJ. Couple threes along with Anderson. Horace was awful again. The Bucks are really bad. Hey, Horace was good in that one. They drafted Mourning. That's who I traded with. I gave them Roberts, Turner, what turned out to be Mourning, Jack Haley, and a future first. My 96 first, potentially. Losing to the Hornets. That was battle of teams hovering around 500. Shaq only 17. Seems like since coming back from his injury, he's not scoring as much. But he also missed 9 free throws in that one, so that's not helpful. Losing to the Pistons, who aren't very good. Shaq's again below 20 points. Can't get above 500. I want to put probably Herb on the trade block. I forgot to mention, so I did mentors. The reason I signed Herb was to mentor Shaq, and he has 0 badges that Shaq didn't already have, so that's not good. Is there anybody with a bad contract? Ellie, it depends on what we can do next offseason. Williams' percentage is going down. Campbell could play more if we traded Williams, so let's put him there. We've got Geiger signed for 2 years, so he could even play if he needs to. I think we'll just put Williams for now. Grant's going down even more. Well, if you're going to be upset, then I'm going to play guys that maybe won't do worse because they're mad. Alright, Darrell Armstrong is not doing well, so let's give BJ another one. McKee is struggling a little bit. Nick Anderson's amazing, though. We're about to get Nate McMillan back. That should be helpful. There he is. Let's get Curry down there. Armstrong's not playing anymore. Do that. Sounds good. At least through, let's do these 2 games. Nick Anderson is hurt. So now Ellie's going to start. Phil's play some more. And Curry's back in the rotation, I think. Ellie can probably play 27 or so. Give him another one again. McMillan's going to be playing quite a bit. He can play more. Curry needs to play 5 minutes. Well, Ellie another. We'll try that. Scott's hopefully, yeah, he's going back soon as well. Just gonna stay at 500, I guess. I was gonna say when I started out, maybe 6th seed seems like a reasonable goal after being one of the worst teams in NBA history last year. I don't know. It's not looking great so far. I'm not sure why. Beat the Hawks. There is Shaq. And Horace. With Scott Anderson out, there should be some more shots available for Horace. And McMillan's back. He doesn't shoot. We lost to the Celtics by 2. B. Shaw leading the team. Shaq with another good one, but didn't matter. We're missing our 2nd scorer and 3rd scorer. Beat the Bullets, who we've lost to a couple times already. Derek McKee, look at that game. Alright, where's 3D? There he is. There he is. Let's get him in there. I'm going to let him kind of slowly get back into it. Maybe the next couple games like that. 17. See how he does. We did beat the Sixers. That's surprising. Oh, well, he did all right. Shot 40%, but 18 points in 17 minutes I'll take. Horace Grant was awful. Shaq only had 6 boards. All right, let's give... How's he doing as a starter? Shooting worse, so let's give one of those minutes to Scott. McKee's been doing better. Phil's is all right. He shoots more than I thought he would. Let's do that. Get him up to 20. And do this game. Christmas Eve. Will Purdue for Elton Campbell. No thanks. Oh, the Suns annihilated us. They have to be the favorites this year with this team. Ceballos is playing... I was going to say he's playing more, but not that much more. It's not good when Mario Ellie's at the top because Shaq was 2 for 16. I'd like to know what shots Shaquille O'Neal's shooting to go 2 for 16. David Robinson probably blocked 2 of them, but otherwise, what's happening? He did have 7 blocks. That's nice. Derek McKee managed to get 7 turnovers. Between those 2 things, that's just a horrible, horrible game. All right. He's even more mad, even though he's scoring more. Makes a lot of sense. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. You can see that I have not done the rotation. We've got, let's take one from McKee. I feel like BJ's been playing pretty well. Get Scott back up to number 1 on the bench. Anderson's working his way back. Another loss to the Mavericks. I don't know why we're losing to the Mavericks. They're not good. And why is Shaq not at the top? He only played 31 minutes. Derek McKee's leading the way. Shaq had 4 steals and 4 blocks. Seems like we still need to improve this team if we want to make sure we're in the playoffs and with a chance to actually go somewhere. At least Shaq had a nice game there. D. Scott up at the top. We are in 7th still. So far looking like a pretty good lock on the playoffs if the bottom handful of teams keep losing. I don't really want to match up with the Knicks, although we did beat them, I think, earlier. Alright, let's get through here. Beat the Kings. Alright, I guess we can just kind of make our way towards the deadline before we stop and look at too much. Unless we have to, because there's an injury like Mario Elie. Well, either Bobby Phills is starting. I don't really want to start 3D at shooting guard. I could start Nate and play Armstrong. I guess we'll try Phil's a little bit. And that means Curry's in the rotation. Again. He's not done well. Kind of limit his minutes there. Let Scott and McMillan play a lot. I'm going to give Shaq another minute, possibly. At the expense. Looks like Williams continues to be worse, shooting-wise. We are not good on the road. We lost 2 more games. The Blazers are really good, so I don't feel too bad about that. It was at least only by 6. The Lakers, on the other hand, should not be beating us. What's going on with Shaquille? Didn't even shoot a free throw. That's weird. Can we please get back to a winning record? Not to the Bulls. Simmons and Bonner, no. We play the Rockets and the Bulls now. Oh my gosh. It's not looking good. Is Anderson ready to play yet? Looks like he could. What's wrong with him? Pinched nerve in the back. I think he's playing. Let's get the good guys in here. He won't play as much, but he's playing. Let's do 25 till he's fully back. What happened to Ellie's minutes? Oh, Michael Curry still has them. He's actually doing really well. Go with that. I don't know if I need to change anything over here. I did set these after getting my new coach. Pretty much went all neutral, except we're feeding the post, we're limiting transition. I probably need to check team stats before I change any of that. Home at the Rockets, we have a chance, but I don't like our chances on the road against Chicago. Hey, we beat the Rockets. Nick Anderson is fully back. Let's leave it and lose. Now Horace Grant's hurt. Jeez. Let's start Golden and see how that goes. Maybe it'll make him happier. I'm sure being hurt will not help Horace Grant. Alright, so we got 20 and 10 is 30 to give to these guys. Right now they have 25, 28. McKee can play some power forward, so Ellie's there. Okay. Let's try. Actually, let's do that. Bulls are 20 and 14. Lost to them twice in 1 week. Not a good sign for if we happen to match up with them in the playoffs. But right now I'm more worried about making the playoffs. Scott Skiles is doing much better and still not happy. So I don't know what it takes for Scott Skiles to be happy. Him and Anderson were the most furious people last year for me. Not sure. Beating the Rockets, who are about the same record as us. Matt Bullard scored 15 points. And then only losing by 3 in Chicago, so not terrible. Michael Jordan's really good. They got LaFonso Ellis with that 3rd pick, so they quickly replaced Horace Grant. But at the time he was 9 worse, although Grant's down like 3 because he's so upset. Horace did get to play this one, and he got hurt in it. Dennis Scott was 0 from the field, but managed to get 10 points still from the free throw line. BJ didn't do very well against his former team. Let's give Nick Anderson his minutes back. Or at least some of them. Let's do 28. Let's win some games, guys. How about that? Just got all sorts of people. Let's lose to the Cavs and the Nets, but beat the Hawks. Our chemistry is 100%, even though we got some mad people. The Cavs are really good. Shaq had 8 points and fouled out in 24 minutes. Don't know why we're losing to the Nets. Oh boy, well, Derek Coleman had something to do with it. 47 points. Shaq fouled out again. McKee did too. The Hawks are not good, so at least we won a game we should. Shaq fouled out in 16 minutes. Okay, so maybe 38 minutes is not a good look on Shaq. Take it back down. Did I say Elton Campbell shouldn't even play? It sure does, because he's down 3. Wow. Alright. Let's win, please. A first-round pick for Nate McMillan. I mean, we're getting pretty close to starting to look at things like this for the next 2 years. McMillan's still under contract. We could trade him in the offseason, though. And the Suns are one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league, so we don't want their draft picks. We lost again to the Nets and the Nuggets and the Knicks, and now Nick Anderson's hurt. Again. Oh boy. Alright, maybe it's time to start looking at some things. Horace, just furious. Anderson is okay, but losing really hurts him. Curry is real bad. Geiger hasn't got a chance to play. Armstrong hasn't played that much. 7 games. Herb's doing better than I expected. He shoots a lot. Bobby Phils is stuck at 40%. Brian Williams is super happy, playing less than half as much as he did last year because he started most of the games. Nate's doing fine and still wants a contract extension. 3D is super happy off the bench. Missed some games. Shaq's down to 21. That's still better than what he did in the last sim when he was with the Kings. He averaged like 18 a game. But he also was only playing 30 minutes, I think. So might be about the same. I don't know. Campbell is just done. So maybe I should try to trade him because Brian Williams is just as good. I was hoping he could be like my long-term backup big, but I don't know what he's so mad about. McKee's not very happy either. But hopefully getting it done on the defensive side. Ellie's gotten better and is okay with his role. BJ's mediocre. Oh boy. We are now in 8th and sliding back. Now Eldon, Anderson refusing. McKee's going to test free agency. I don't really know what the difference is. Like, either way, they're not re-signing, so let's see what Eldon can get us. Rick Fox sounds pretty good. He's got a 2-year deal. Rick Fox is an option. Woolridge is pretty good. There's the Suns pick. What if I trade him with somebody? Fox does not show up there. Suns is unprotected now. I think Rick Fox, we'd have to get rid of a wing player. He'd play right now because Anderson's hurt, but we've got McKee, Anderson, Scott, and Ellie. We can get first-round picks, evidently, from Mario Ellie. It's just we've either got to really improve the team or start selling off some guys that can get some assets for the future. Is that what I just tried? Fox and Gamble. I'd rather get Fox and a pick, but they probably can't take on that much money. Dale Davis would be a starting power forward. And wouldn't need to shoot that much. Well, he's a starter right now because Grant's hurt, is what I'm saying. But hey, maybe we trade over Grant when he's back. Tyrone Hill is 24 years old. That would make us better. He'd kind of be the new Eldon Campbell. So he's playing 24 minutes, not scoring much, and is much happier. Play for a winner is important, same as Eldon. So, but it could be the financial security, I guess, because Eldon's not making much money, and he's not loyal, so maybe that's why he's unhappy. I don't know. Okay, I want to look at team stats to see if I need to... What's wrong with the team, I guess. We are one of the top 10 scoring teams, but one of the absolute worst defensive teams. With Derek McKee, Horace Grant, and Nate McMillan, we are one of the worst defensive teams. And I think didn't I put limit transition? Wow. Differential isn't awful. We shoot somewhere in the middle. Our percentage is somewhere in the middle. We're 9th in three-pointers attempted and 1st in percentage. 5th in free throws attempted. Our percentage is not going to be good. No, it's tied for last. Offensive rebound percentage, we're top 10. Defensive rebound percentage, we're also top 10. Which means we're 7th in rebounds. Assists are one of the lowest because B.J. Armstrong's not a great assist man. Steals are one of the lowest. Blocks are first. Turnovers are one of the worst. Fouls, one of the best. Points off turnovers, somewhere in the middle. Second chance points, somewhere in the middle. Points in the paint, I would hope we're high on this, but evidently somewhere in the middle. Yes. Bench points on the lower end. Opponent field goal percentage. We allow the best field goal percentage. Really. Pretty good threes, too. So what are we doing wrong? Wait, system proficiency. What did I put? Or whatever it's called. Yeah, system proficiency. I'm balanced right now. That also might be why Campbell's upset. It's because he's not very good at balanced. Grit and grind is actually better. Post-centric. Shaq is better. And defense, B.J. Armstrong is awful. We could try grit and grind, I guess. Slow tempo makes it difficult to come back from large deficits. Well, I don't think we lose by a lot of points usually. It limits offensive scoring chance for opponent. Let's try it, I guess. Play it tough and sure. I mean, it can't really hurt, I guess. But then over here, we're feeding the post average tempo. We are limit transition, and we're still top 10 offensive rebounding, but terrible at defense. If I play physical, I'm afraid we're going to foul everybody out all the time, but maybe let's do grit and grind for a while, and then if we need to change that, we'll do that too. It seems definitely on our defense that we are struggling. And we lost again. We want Del Curry definitely won't help our defense. Horace Grant will, though. If he wasn't upset, it'd be better. Grant will play a little less as he gets back into things. What do we need? We have 21 and 11 is 32, and right now they're at 29. Because I gave McKee another one. Well, if we need defense, Derek McKee needs to play more. And if that's the case, maybe I give McMillan another. Herb Williams was pretty good, so he can be a little higher on the depth chart there. Alright, I don't think I looked at any of these, but that was just a terrible, terrible stretch. Probably to where the coach would be like fired. Shaq again had 10 points. 19. We totally shut down in the fourth quarter because we allowed 43 points. It wasn't Coleman this time, it was kind of everybody. The Knicks scored 144, including 44 from Patrick Ewing. Horace's brother Harvey went off for 26. Got Reggie Williams on the Knicks. Shaq scored 23, missed 11 free throws. And then lose by 12 to the Jazz, who are really good. So this is where we started the grit and grind, right? So we'll see if we see any change. Should be at least lower scoring games. But we only have a small sample here before the trade deadline. We did beat the Kings. Shaq was good. Rick Smits is on the Kings with Mitch Richmond. Alright, has anything happened around the league? Rex Chapman got signed by the Clippers. We do have some trades here. Rasmussen for Grant, Pharrell for Jeff Turner, Danny Ferry for Mark Aguirre, and Bill Laimbeer. So Pistons getting rid of their core there. We have Mo Cheeks, who's lost his kneecap. Clyde the Glide scoring all sorts of points. Michael Jordan is not in this list. Hakeem scoring more. Shaq hopefully got that wrapped up. His top 5 picks. 4, 5, 6, 2. Oh, because the third was LaFonso. Dennis Scott's not in here. He missed quite a few games. Also doesn't do anything other than score, really, so I guess he probably wouldn't be in it. Shaq is in the running with the other centers of Defensive Player of the Year. Dale Davis is in here. Rick Fox is in here. Bird is on the Timberwolves. Oh my. Player of the Week. Shaq did get it 1 year, or 1 week. He also got Player of the Month in December. And didn't get Rookie of the Month in December. I'm sorry, what? How is he Player of the Month but not Rookie of the Month? He's better than everybody else when that... Okay. Okie doke. All-Star voting. Stockton and Drexler look like they're going to be the guards for the West, along with Bird, Malone, and Hakeem. Robinson's not there because he's not scoring as much. In the East, not going to be any Magic. Nick Anderson might have been in the list. Probably not, though, if he'd played the whole time. MJ and Mark Price? Where? Oh, whoops. Shaq is 7th, so probably not even going to make the All-Star team somehow. Bernard King has an elbow injury. Scottie Pippen's way down here. Alright, I feel like I need to make a trade. I just am not sure who. Shaq's doing well. Horse is doing well, even though he's upset. He'd probably be doing better if he wasn't. Anderson's doing much better. Like, I could trade Ellie. I could trade Williams. I could trade Eldon if he's for sure not going to sign with me. If I trade Eldon, that was where Fox popped up. Are there any free agents to consider? Yes. But do I have any money? Probably not. I can't even see what they want. But Tim Perry doesn't shoot too much, is a decent shooter though. Not great at rebounding or defense. We want defense. Terry Davis would be more defense. And he doesn't shoot at all. So Terry Davis would be the guy if we trade Eldon Campbell. Davis is just as good, if not better than him. Jeff Grayer shoots quite a bit. We don't really need that. He is decent at defense, though. Point guards do not play defense. Got an A down here with Mike Smrek. No idea how to say his name. Winnington's not bad. So trading Campbell, the thing is, like, there's nothing stopping me from trying to re-sign him once he is a free agent. So trading him for something makes sense. Jason Williams can rebound. I don't know about defense. 71. Okay, his offensive rebound is really good. What's Campbell's defense? Would be 75 and around 70 on rebounding. So that's what we're looking to improve. Will Purdue is 79 and really good at rebounding and doesn't shoot. It's just a straight up trade that gets us older and worse. And for some reason more money. I feel like there should be a second round pick or something coming from the Bulls, but there isn't. This is the one I was considering, but then I'd have to trade probably Ellie. But if Fox is good at defense, 76, which is about what Ellie is, I think. 79, 72. I don't know if Anderson's good at defense. 70, so no. He is much better rebounder, though. Gaddison, 74. We don't want Jerry Reynolds back. Woolridge would lose us money, plus he probably shoots a lot. 73. There's a first again. Like that's not a bad choice. Like, getting a first round pick, even though it's the Suns, it is an asset. I don't think he plays defense. 62 is really bad. Sam Mitchell can play small forward as well. He's decent at both of them. What is Ellie? 77. So he's about the same as Fox. Might need to. Ogman would be somebody. He plays defense, right? Well, it's the same as Ellie. So maybe Ellie is not who we want to trade. Andrew Lang is good at defense. Hill is probably pretty good. 77, better at rebounding. Cage and a first. 78 and pretty good at rebounding. Alright, so maybe I go look around the league. Also, what is Williams? 71. Can we upgrade the big spot, trading both of them? I don't think King is great at it. 75. Charles Smith, kind of a tweener. Mike Brown has a bad contract. The Knicks will give me a first. Chris Dudley, 75. Why is everybody 75? It's like the best offensive rebounder on the game, though. Mark West, 70. Alright, let's try just Williams. Manute Bol plays defense. I know that much. 83. Can't rebound, but his blocking's 99. His shooting tendency is super low. Yeah, 22. Manute Bol would be kind of interesting. Shaq's backup. Might just click him to see. Felton, 75. Really good rebounder. Alright, let's go click Bol. What will it take? Williams and Herb for him and Payne. 3 guys not in my rotation for him and Payne. Campbell and Phils. McMillan and Phils. Ellie and Geiger. Don't really want to trade Phils. Williams' contract fits closer. Herb for Payne. If Bol's my backup center, I don't have a backup power forward. If I trade Williams and Campbell, so I need another big guy back like Adam Keefe or Williams, whose rebounding's great. Defense was not as good, but it's about the same as Brian Williams. It is a worse contract. Taking on a worse contract, but Bol's expires. Herb, I wouldn't need. So Campbell would be my backup power forward. Herb's not doing anything anyway because he's not mentoring anybody. He shoots too much and he's not good at defense or rebounding, so I don't mind that trade. Gives me a little more flexibility for the off season, losing his 1.2. gain a first, free up a spot to sign. Oh, my power forward sign Tim Perry or somebody else there. Let's just do this. Manute Bol was like number 10 and 11, which I think we have both of those taken. Probably not going to be 33. Could be 12 or let's make him 1. 1 sounds good for Manute. So now we could still trade Campbell. Let's go see what these guys want on the free agent list. Terry Davis was the guy I was thinking of. He will not sign with me. Crap. Really? Probably because my team is not good? Is that why? Oh, Greg Foster. This guy, 79 and can't rebound. Chucky Brown, 69, can't rebound. If I was a good team, I think they would sign for the minimum, but if I'm not in the playoff race, well, I'm in the race, but I'm not a lock, I think they want some money. Well, Manute Bol's going to play. Probably not ever with Shaq. So if Shaq's at 37, Manute needs to be at 11. So that definitely improved the defense. I need to make Campbell a power forward if he's staying on the team. And he goes down 1, which makes me even worse. Oh. So we picked up a future first. We don't have first in 93 or 96. Ellie's contract I feel like could be helpful to trade in the off season. Honestly, got to think about Horace Grant as well if he's going to be unhappy. Nick Anderson's hurt, so we can't even play with that. McMillan's a great defender. Phils is doing better than I would have thought when he's been in. We need a distributor eventually that's not BJ Armstrong, but don't think that's happening right now. So Daryl Armstrong might... Does he give me anything? He's a star and a half. We could put him with Campbell, maybe. Get a power forward that replaces him. We can get a first round pick for 2 guys that don't play. That is a pretty good strategy. But I'm still going to put Campbell up there and see if anything else. There's a first from the Sonics, along with a big guy. What does he do? Not play very good defense, but pretty good rebound here. Alright, let's put Campbell up. I think was it the Jazz giving a first? Sixers again. If I can get a first and, well, kind of something like that, except King's contract is really bad. But he is playable, and then we can trade him in the off-season. He's decent at defense, just can't rebound. He doesn't have a crazy tendency, but it is a little more than Eldon's. That's not bad. I was hoping to replenish a 93 or 96 first round pick since I don't have one. Mark Bryant, does he play defense? 80? Okay. But if I have this guy playing with Manute Bol, he's not shooting. Stacey Augmon. I'd then have to trade Mario Ellie, I think. I like Stacey Augmon, but I don't know. With Nick Anderson, Derek McKee, and Dennis Scott, without an injury, which I have had an injury most of the year, I don't know where Augmon plays. His tendency is kind of in the middle. The Knicks, 97, and Jerry Reynolds. There's a better distributor, but not shooting well. Suns. Pretty okay with my point guards relative to other needs. Corbin's got a long contract. Is decent at perimeter D, but it's really a big guy we need. This was the one that was possible because he scores a little bit, not shooting terribly. His close shot's really good. Doesn't block, not a great rebounder, and Bull isn't either. So, but Shaq's playing a lot, Grant's playing a lot, so I think this might be a good deal. We're going to lose Armstrong for nothing. He's upset. He's going to want more money. So, and Campbell's already upset. And if we want him, we can try him in free agency, I guess. But at this point, I'm kind of turned off. So, I think we eat Stacey King's contract, and then we have it as a trade piece in the offseason. All right. So King is in the rotation now. We picked up another first. Got a lot of lottery protections here. I think we only have 13 players now. So we do need to sign somebody. We can still only give minimums. A third point guard or another big guy. We have nobody else that can play point guard, so probably a third point guard would be a higher priority. Oh, John Crotty. We'll take the minimum. He can shoot threes and one of the better defenders here. I don't know that Childs will. Nope. He can't shoot threes and can't play defense. He's 85 at threes and 70 at defense. So John Crotty's going to come to the team on a minimum deal. He's number 12. All right. We didn't really make the team better. We got rid of some mad people, picked up a couple of first-round picks. So I will call it a win. I'm not going to play King that much because these guys can play more. All right. I think that's going to be the end of our deals. So Campbell and Williams turn into King and Bull, which are generally the same overall. Armstrong turns into Crotty, and we offloaded Herb Williams. So there you go. Let's see if we can win at least 2. It'd be great to win 3 of these. The Pacers are really good. The Hornets are the same as us. The Heat are worse than us. The Clippers are all right. So if we could, well, if we beat the Pacers, I'm fine going 2-2. But if we could win the other 3, that'd be wonderful. Woolridge, no thanks. No, we already did that. We lost by 2, and then we lost by 6. Not good. Guess I should go see if Bull can mentor Shaq. Give him some badges, perhaps. Nate McMillan had 10 assists and no points. BJ fouled out in 16 minutes. Ellie fouled out. Walt Williams leading the way. Got 3 times his average. Oh, I have Grant mentoring Shaq. Well, can Bull do anything different? Probably. Looks like he gets him a little farther on a couple of these. Which means Grant might be able to help somebody else, because he is 27. Maybe he can't. Might as well try, I guess. Alright, I'm going to let Shaq play 38. Horace can get his minutes back. Most of them, anyway. So 10 and 15 is 25. Right now they have 22. That's fine. Nick Anderson's about to come back. Instead of 3-1 or 2-2 that I was hoping, we go 1-3. Well, I'm glad I didn't get my hopes up too high for this team, but I definitely thought playoffs were in the mix. Like, I don't want to be the 8 seed and get annihilated. BJ Armstrong fouled out again and went 1 for 11. Manute Bowl. McMillan fouled out in this one. Alright, so I feel like play physical defense is going to have to be the new trial here. I don't feel like my offense is a problem. I think I'm taking Horace Grant off of the untouchables. I know the trade deadline's passed, but alright, let's see who won. So Joe Dumars is probably not playing in the All-Star. Shaq did make it. So he's pretty far down on the list, but as a rookie, Shaq makes the All-Star team. That's cool. Suns got 3 All-Stars. Dunk contest, pretty cool. 3-pointers, BJ Armstrong's in there. Larry Bird. Shaq's in the rookie game. We don't have any sophomores. The Warriors have 3. Anderson's back and ready to kick things off after the All-Star break. Phil's out of the rotation. Let's take BJ back down since he's one of the people that's not very... He's actually decent at defense, but... Let's try that. Alright, we had a double overtime rookie-sophomore game where the rookies pull it out. Shaq had 15 and 8. We had 4 guys foul out on this team in this game. I guess Anthony Peeler's your player of the game. Although this team had some better performances. Mutombo was ridiculous. Barros and Ceballos are your champs. And the West dominated the East. Looks like Clyde the Glide wins your All-Star MVP. Shaq had 15 points in 10 minutes. Wow. Dumars did end up playing. Alright, can we maybe, get back in the playoffs? We are 20 and 28 and in 9th. Seems like we should be farther down, but we got some bad teams. I don't know why there isn't a shooting guard, I guess. Nick Anderson doesn't count right now. Here we go. We beat the Celtics. That's a start. I'd rather somebody actually know. Beat the Pistons and beat the Hornets. 3 wins. Okay, well the Celtics aren't good, so that was a good start. Fourth quarter we finished things off. Shaq fouled out. I feel like that's going to happen more often if we play physical defense, to where I might have to take 1 or 2 minutes back away from him. Pistons are kind of the same record. Shaq was ridiculous. I don't like that Shaq played 40 and Bull played 12, meaning there were 4 minutes where they were on the court together. Hornets are who we're trying to pass to get the 8th spot. I really don't want to miss the playoffs because, I don't have my draft pick. I traded it, so I need to know that was a good idea. Beat the Heat, beat the Cavs, and lost to the Pacers. Well, the Heat, we just passed them, maybe with that win. Shaq fouled out again, but at least played most of his minutes. Bull got 5 boards and 2 blocks, missed both of his free throws. Lots of scoring spread around in this one. Anderson is okay. I'm having a great time, and yet he's ready to move on. The Cavs, that's a big win. They're one of the top teams in the East in the league. They had several guys foul out. We had BJ foul out. Lost to the Pacers, though. Shaq only had 16. Anderson fouled out. 6 blocks for Shaq. Reggie's averaging 18 now with Smith's gone. We need to give Anderson his minutes back, probably. We'll do some split stats to see. Scott's been pretty consistent. His threes have gotten a little worse. guess we could say before All-Star, since All-Star. He's gotten worse. Armstrong's doing better. So let's give one back to him. Ellie's been really consistent as well. Bull's shooting 80%, but that's because he doesn't shoot. Kings, pretty standard. Shaq's getting more rebounds, more blocks. I'm guessing more fouls, if that's a thing. Yes. Oh, yes, more fouls. Oh, boy. Grant's scoring more, rebounding less, shooting worse. He's doing all right. So I don't really know who to take it from. I guess we'll do McMillan. No, we can't. They need to add up to the 48 for point guard. Well, we could do Shaq. And then that means King or Grant's playing a minute of power forward. That's fine, whatever. Okay, can we keep up? We are 5-1 since the break. All East teams. Now we're going on, a 4-game road trip in the week. Oh boy. Here we go. Lost to the Wolves. Oh boy. Larry Bird got us. Beat the Spurs and the Sonics and the Clippers. Okay. We only lost by 3 here. Larry Bird had 29 points. Holy moly. I mean, this team doesn't really have scores, so he's it. BJ fouled out again. Horace was 2 for 8. The Spurs are really bad. Well, they were bad and I had their pick, so... Which was, I think, Chris Corchiani, who we traded to get their first-round pick, which ended up being like the 7th worst, and then jumped to 3rd in the lottery. It was beautiful. Shaq fouled out, but had a great game other than his free throws. Beat the Sonics by 6, so that's a good team we're getting by. Sean Kemp shooting 63%. Oh, boy. Anderson appreciates getting his minutes back. I don't know why he played even more. Shaq only had 12 and missed 2/3 of his shots. Beating the Clippers, who are about the same record as us. Rookie Hubert Davis had 23 points. Manning's down here with 9. Ron Harper is either not on the team or hurt. Horace Grant with a rare 20-point outing. He's averaging more points, playing more. I don't know. It's somewhat important. So it's not that I've lost. He's making pretty good money, but he's not loyal. Is that it? Could be. All right, we got a test of pretty good teams here. Yes, let's go see. McMillan and Bull. Bull will take the minimum. I think I might do that. Because I don't know if he will in the off season. Oh my, he would take a full... Okay, well, we'll just lock him up. He's impressed me, so... I don't know how easy it is to sign people here with this team. So we are going to lose Crotty and Curry, that's fine. And Anderson, we'll see. He's getting happier, but... Beat the Sonics again, beat the Rockets. Stacey King is hurt. That is not a good position to get hurt because we don't have another power forward. We need to sign a power forward. Well, he signed yet. Somebody got Tim Perry. I think Davis wanted more money there. Greg Foster has some potential, but he won't sign with me. Neither will Hodge. McCormick I had last year and he was really bad. This guy says he could play power forward, but he's 7 foot 250, so I kind of doubt it. I think I signed that guy. No. He's a B at defense, so that's a possibility. Jim Peterson I had last year, he was awful. He's 23 and won't take the minimum. Alright, let's try Mark Alari. Number 8, I have no idea what number he's supposed to be, so we're going to go with number 8. And he's going to get in the lineup here for this one game. Going to play minimal time, I guess. Give Bull 11 to match with Shaq. Grant can play, we'll give him 36, why not? $11 and 12 is 23, 19, so that means McKee's playing 4 at power forward, that's fine. Can actually do more. Actually, we can give one to Anderson even, because then they all bump up. Sure. Why not? Can we beat the Nets? That'd be great. Yes, we can, and Shaq broke his leg out for season. Oh, boy. Well, our startable centers are pretty much gone. I don't feel like Manute Bol is that. I think Geiger's going to start. And also, our chances of winning a championship are completely gone in this season, if there were any. But now I'm questioning even making the playoffs when we were just getting things rolling. Oh boy. Okay, well, Bol can play a little more. Let's do like 17. Alari's going to have to play more. 15. McKee's going to play quite a bit of power forward. Well, Anderson and Scott are going to be all the scoring. BJ, I guess. Maybe Grant will get happier in this process. Geiger's going from not playing ever. He's played 6 games, 7 minutes, to 20. That seems scary. 28 and 12 is 40 minutes, and we've got 32 covered. When King comes back, that will be helpful. He should be back soon, but I don't think we're feed the post anymore. I think we're probably just neutral. Take a look at some of the last wins we'll have of the year. Beating the Sonics. Korshak was awesome. Hopefully he can still win Rookie of the Year after missing however many games it's going to be. Beating the Rockets. Lost to the Bulls on the road again. Scott's still mad. Yep. And then in Shaq's final game, we won by 19. He had a great game. Alari played and did pretty well for his minutes. McMillan fouled out. Oh boy. We are in 8th, but not by much. We won a game. Beat the Bullets. Are we out of real people? No, there's one. Stacey King is back, thankfully. Maybe he should start at center. We'll give. I think we'll give Matt Geiger a chance. Probably not. Wait, did he not play? Oh, he just shot once, got 3 rebounds and 3 blocks. Okay, well. Let's do something like that. Alari actually played pretty well. We might go 11-man at some point. There's a couple losses. We beat the Bullets, who were actually ahead of me. Pretty close in the East standings. But our game was really good. Spurs get one of their few wins on us. Probably going to need Horace Grant to score more than 6 points. McKee to not go 1 for 8. King was good in his return. We shot really bad in this game. I could also start Scott. Move McKee up to power forward. And Grant at center. Would that be better? It would be better for scoring in my starting lineup. But my bench would be even worse. So maybe not. It doesn't help when we only score 81 points. King was 0 for 5. Scott was awful. 4 for 22. We are now in 8th by a half a game. And a tough road ahead of us here. I wanted to look at this. Grit and grind is 2.5. Balanced is 3. Geiger somehow hates it more. Geiger's not good at anything, though, so we probably shouldn't pay attention to him. 7 seconds. Grant likes defense. Anderson likes balanced. Armstrong likes balanced. We can look at the whole lineup here. Scott likes balanced somewhat. All right, let's look between grit and grind and balanced. Scott's better at balanced. McKee's the same. I think balanced might be a better choice. actually post-centric isn't terrible. Let's go balanced. Lose to the Bulls, beat the Hawks, and a couple more losses. We actually competed with the Bulls here. Lost it in the fourth. Seen that quite a few times. We had a couple guys go 1 for 9 and 1 for 7. Stay in front of the Hawks. 5 for 16. Lost to the Heat. I mean, there's really no benefit to trying to lose because I don't have my pick, so I'd rather try to win and get my guys better, try to see who has a future on this team. We've been shooting really bad in this stretch, so maybe balanced is not the way to go. This game wasn't terrible. McKee was really bad. All right, since the All-Star break, Armstrong has been better, except not at threes. McMillan has been better. Scott scoring more, that makes sense because there's more shots for him to take. Anderson's not, probably should be. He should probably play even more. Ellie's been doing pretty well. I think our experiment of Geiger starting is done. Maybe even playing. Let's get Stacey King in there. And then Alari was pretty good when he played. We'll go with him. Bull, pretty good for what we're asking of him. King can play more. He's not doing great, but he can probably play that many. So 15 plus 12, or 25 plus 12 is 37. We've got 27 taken. I think I'm going to play Ellie more. McKee's going to play more power forward. He's not doing well. BJ fouls out a lot, so we'll take his minutes down. And there we go. Let's see if we're... Oh, we're missing Darnell Mee there. I think otherwise... Oh, we're missing Antonio Harvey as well. And Peplowski. I guess we'll do him since he's almost done. Horace Grant's going to be hurt now. He's down 13, so he's probably not playing. Alright, this is where I'm going to try this. I could either start Ellie. I kind of want Scott off the bench still. Let's put Ellie in there. Guess Anderson would probably be small forward. Oh boy. Phils is going to play some. He's going to play more. Alright, what do the minutes look like? We've got 23 and 18 is 41. So he's 7 at center for nobody that can play it. We need Geiger to play probably. Get him up to 7. Alright, we're up to 48 total on center. We have McKee playing 34 plus 12 is 46, so we have nobody else that can play power forward. So we need either Alari or McKee. Or King, I guess. And then the rest should be fine. So now we're 11 man. We're losing all the games now. Lost by almost 40 to the Nuggets. Man, trading that 93 pick. It's a tough call. That's what helped us get McKee and McMillan. But right now that's not helping us because we're not able to score enough with this team. Dennis Scott was 2 for 11. Sixers are amazing. We did win a game and Horace is back. Geiger's real bad. Like really bad. I think I'm just going to go ahead and start this lineup and see how it goes. We need these big guys to play. Bobby Phills has been pretty impressive. Alari's been fine. King probably needs to play more than Bull. So we've got 31 plus 15 is 46. 2 at center for King, at least 14 at power forward, 24. Okay, so McKee's playing quite a bit of small forward, that's fine. This is a more, like if we put McMillan in, it's a fairly good defensive lineup, so. I don't know how we would change any of that. Maybe we run. It's a pretty fast team, other than Manute Bol. Let's get out and run. We're 10 man. Alright. Won a couple games. Lost to the Bucks, who are not too far behind us. Moses Malone is now retiring to free up Alonzo to reach his potential, although he's probably going to pass Shaq for Rookie of the Year since he's been hurt so much. It's kind of sad. This was before Horace came back. This was before Horace came back. Celtics are really bad. This was after Horace came back. So we lost to the Bucks and then beat the Bucks. Big 8 points. Alonzo tears us up. We are now in 9th. Like 3 games out, so it's not looking good. 3.5 with 6 games left, so we've almost been eliminated. I think we go all out now in hopes to not get eliminated. Maybe go 9-man. Let's go 9-man and then just reset it and see what it says. Rebuild. Well, I think I'm going with the lineup I had, which was McKee, Anderson, Ellie. Scott is playing a lot. He's definitely not playing that much. He's going to play a lot. I think these are the right guys. Probably something like that. Let's try it. 9-man rotation. So he ended up playing 61. Let's go see if he's still... Michael Jordan still isn't in the MVP running. He is still leading Rookie of the Year. I don't know that Morning's missed any games. Maybe a few, it looks like. Loss. Shaq is back after breaking his leg. We're still only 3 games out with 4 games left, so yes, he's playing, but I don't know why he's back, how he's back. It said season. I don't have injury time down, I have injury frequency down. So I have career ending way down, and I have this stuff down at 35 for frequency. Effects are still 50 like they start out as, so I don't know why he'd come back with a broken leg. Must not have been that bad of a break. Okay. Well. Probably put him on a bit of a minutes restriction, I guess. There's still a chance, huh? So Anderson likes balance more. Shaq and Grant like... I'll just stick balanced. Although I think... No, whatever. We did beat the Sixers. I don't know how. Beating the Nets here would have been wonderful. Had 2 chances against the Nets, and we lost by 14. And 15. So the 9-man rotation definitely did not work. I don't know how we're beating the Sixers. Shaq comes back at 16. But if the Heat win any games, I think we're pretty much done. Might already be done. Vinny Del Negro. Barkley only had 10. 1 for 8. Somebody was 2 for 12. It's Hersey. We are 3 games back still. Oh boy. Well, let's give Shaq a couple more minutes. The Knicks. We beat the Knicks. So if you recall, if you watched the first simulation when I was the Rockets, it was the Kings that got the number 1 pick and drafted Shaq, and they barely missed the playoffs. When I made the reference that that is pretty much what happened to Shaq and the Magic in real life. He got drafted and they barely missed the playoffs. And it kind of looks like that's what's about to happen in this. We are still 3 games back, so now we've been eliminated. So, I guess, I don't know what I go for. Play the young guys. Manute Bol has a contract. So guys that will actually be a part of the team. BJ doesn't need to play as much. Who's mad still? McKee. Geiger. I'm assuming Horace is pretty bad. Oh yeah. Take a couple minutes from Horace. Let Shaq play a little more. King's probably not going to be on the team. Ellie, we're not sure. Phil's still has a year, I think. Well, there's no need to play an extra guy. Oops. We have more minutes. Already looked at this, right? Maybe. Shaq fouled out. Beat the Knicks and the Cavs, so 2 of the best teams, and the Sixers. So we beat 3 great East teams here at the end of the season. And we're going to miss playoffs by possibly 1 game, depending on how many the Heat win. For the final game, we're going to play Shaq all his minutes, I think. At least get him back up to 36. Looks like the Sixers locked up the one in the East and the Blazers in the West. So let's simcast this, see if we can beat another winning team in the East. And if it's close, we'll jump in and watch the end, because otherwise we won't get to see this team. It is close at halftime, really high scoring for some reason. Now we're down quite a bit. It's not going to be close enough to watch, it doesn't look like, no. Lose by 12. Shaq had 14 points, didn't shoot a free throw. Grant only had 4 rebounds. B.J. Armstrong out-rebounded him. Also had 7 turnovers. Dennis Scott's nowhere to be found. Derek McKee had like maybe a season high or close to it. Get 1 point off. Alrighty. Dennis Scott was 2 for 6. Didn't play all his minutes. So I kind of thought, is he hurt? Purvis Ellison scored 37. That's a career high. They also said Alonzo Mourning had 54 this year. Nobody touched Shaq's 29 rebounds. Drexler's MVP. Shaq does get Rookie of the Year. 6th man goes to Vlade Divac, backing up to Dikembe. The kind of weirdest signing of the year. David Robinson, Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved, Eric Murdoch. Sixers. Patrick Ewing is hurt. That's probably why we beat them. Larry Bird's still an All-NBA second-teamer. Shaq doesn't make All-NBA because we got Ewing, Olajuwon, and Robinson. All-defense, Sean Kemp's there. Dennis Rodman as a Bullet. All-Rookie. No surprise, LeBron Ellis is the guy who replaced David Robinson on the Spurs, it looks like, and did awful, but played enough to get All-Rookie second team. I'm going to do what I didn't do last time. And that's make these guys not play that are not supposed to play. Like Magic Johnson and Dino Raja and Tony Kukoc. Put it high enough to where they're red. At least. Did Kukoc play? Yes, he did. 19 games they decided to... Well, I guess in that case, might as well play. If they somehow decided that he'd play, he can play. Terribly suspended. Antonio Davis played as well. Whatever. Didn't get to it in time. Raja did not, so let's put him out. When does it go red? 300, evidently. They're not in the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter. Johnson played, so I guess he can. I don't know what's happening. I wonder if it has anything to do with why Shaq was back so quickly. Sabonis played. Whatever. I guess we don't care. I do care, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Were there any other transactions we missed? Larry Brown got fired. Can I have him? I tried to hire him, I believe. The Bucks fired their coach. There are the trades we did. We did get a second player of the week, a third player of the week, so Shaq was in there. He also got a player of the month. Only missed out on 2 of the rookie of the month. And I'm curious who's here. Charles Barkley's a free agent. If we want a better point guard, there's some options over B.J. Armstrong. B.J.'s an 80, I think, right now. Anderson's there. So a couple guys that are better than him we could look at. The only guy better than McKee is Barkley. Grant's better than all these guys, but he's mad. And Shaq's pretty good. Alright, let's see if we have any Game 7s that we want to jump into. Or I guess Game 5s. The Blazers swept the Lakers. The Wolves swept the Suns. The Sonics sweep the Rockets. The Sixers sweep the Heat, and the Pacers sweep the Bullets. We got Jazz, Clippers. So the Bulls got past the Knicks, and we got the Cavs, Hornets. Let's do the Cavs, Hornets first here. We got a fairly close one here in the fourth. Maybe. Nope, Cavs are pulling away. Cavs win it. So last year's finals was the Bulls and Mavericks. The Mavericks aren't even in the playoffs this year as they weren't supposed to be last year. Jazz, Clippers. I'm hoping the Jazz win, but the Clippers have been randomly good as well. See if Stockton and Malone can make a run. It's a close one as well into the fourth. We might watch. Let's watch the last minute 22 of a 2-point game. Let's not play. Let's see, we got Loy Vaught, Ron Harper, Doc Rivers, Unquanties, Charles Smith, so Danny Manning's not in. I don't see Karl Malone for the Jazz. They got Isaac Austin, Jeff Malone, Stockton. 15 is Avery Johnson. So Malone might be fouled out, and Manning might be fouled out. Avery Johnson's got a clear pass to the hole.
And it's good, 2 points.
It's him down two. Well, there's the power forward matchup. So Malone's having an amazing game, but he might be hurt. Or not hurt. Fouled out. I guess he could be hurt. It's a big size mismatch here. Brennan Bogut. Yep.
No pressure at all. He's not feeling it. Unfazed. Completely unfazed.
Malone's not fouled out. They better get him in here.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 4. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Bailey's checked in for Utah. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David
Bailey's.
What's the latest, David?
Guys, during that last break, I heard what Jerry Sloan talked to his team about. He begged his players to keep it simple out there. Told them one possession at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. What's most important is running our plays and being aggressive defensively.
Isaac Austin taking a
game plan. Guys,
weird one-handed 15-footer.
And here are the Clippers now.
Not fouling yet. One's got burnt by Ron Harper. He might just go all the way. Gets fouled.
And an intentional foul right there.
Harper's got 22.
And he cannot get the first one to
drop. So the Jazz are alive.
What a pressure situation. And it's Ron Harper. A chance to be tonight's hero.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 3. 26 seconds left in the game.
See if they sub again or stick with the same lineup. Looks like the same. And they're going to get it in and call another timeout. Since they have one. Pretty sure you don't want to do that if you can't get the ball in. I don't know the point of doing it once the ball's in. You're trapped. See, they got one more. They're going to call it?
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Just shoot one here.
Outside Edwards.
Lou Edwards is open. He can shoot threes, but decided not to.
Malone outside.
Jeff Malone, I don't think can. Thurl Bailey's going to get a open layup over Ron Harper.
Brings them to within just 1.
Smart of Malone to give it up there.
Foul
He's a guy
again.
who usually finishes the play by
Harper did
himself.
miss one, so
They're going to prolong the
they're
game here
gonna
with an intentional foul.
see if he can miss
You know, he
another.
had to stop the clock, so that really was the best thing he could have done there.
Yep, can't just let the other team drain the clock when it's close like this.
He hits the first one, and then
Good.
put them
We're
up by
probably
two.
need a Jazz
Well, the
timeout
energy
after
Ron
this.
Harper brings to his game is pretty impressive. I mean, it helps him make contributions on
Yep.
both ends because he's always putting
All right,
forth
so we
great
need a
effort.
three. I don't know
And
why
they
Blue
needed
Edwards did
those
not
free
shoot
throws
that
right here.
three.
At worst, the opposition ties it with a three now.
Utah calls timeout. They're down by 3. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Stockton probably is the best three-point rating of these guys.
Harper against Malone.
Jeff Malone's trying to make something happen. He might
In
just
the
have to
corner,
throw it
it's
up.
Stockton.
Stockton will throw it up.
Right
And he
between
made
the
it.
eyes. A tremendous three to tie it up.
And you want
Okay.
to talk about leadership? Right there, Stockton
2
stepping up in a
seconds
big
left.
way.
Clippers
And
take
the
a timeout.
Clippers call time here.
I don't know about you guys, but trying to make contested three-pointers on this game is pretty difficult for me. John Stockton must have a clutch badge or something.
Got it up in time.
Doc Rivers just
Couldn't sink the
ease it up
shot
there.
and work.
Can you? You can't go back to. Oh, Simcast, yeah.
Going to
that's the-
overtime.
overtime
And
has
that's
to
going to do it
start.
for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sports.
All right, here we go.
And now we get set.
Simcast. Well, I missed that, but it's double overtime. Wait, can we see? You can see. Oh, game lock. Here we go. All right, so with 52 seconds, Clippers are up 2. Jeff Malone makes it with 40 seconds. Polynice makes it to go up 2 again, 34 seconds. Edwards makes it to tie it up with 15 seconds. And Ron Harper missed a 3 at the buzzer. Oops. Jazz up 6. Up 5. Let's go ahead and watch the last 50 seconds. Make sure I'm not playing.
Here is Stockton.
Mike Brown is in.
Brown sets a screen for Stockton. To the paint.
Stockton's open. Mike Brown's got the size advantage. Misses. Polynice rebound.
Solid defensive effort. Putting in the work to protect the hoop and disrupt his
Clippers
shot.
with the same lineup.
Here's
Ron
Harper.
Harper's getting all the way to the goal over Avery. Polynice has it.
Polynice
Misses.
misses.
That could be the game
And
there.
now they decide to foul intentionally.
I'm going to go ahead and simcast. Nope. And that's it. Jazz move on. Alright, that was fun. Let's see. Go over here. Sixers up 2-0. 3-0 in the West for both. No sweeps. The Blazers get by the Wolves. And no game sevens. So Blazers, Sonics, Cavs, Bulls. 2-0 Bulls and Sonics. 3-0. Bulls sweep the Cavs. Blazers make a comeback. All right, we got a game 7. Let's simcast. Peyton and Kemp early in their careers against the amazing Clyde Drexler. It is close at halftime. It is not so close at the end of the third. Looks like the Sonics are going to put them away. Yes. 16. All right, Sonics Bulls. See what MJ did in these games. 19, 36 in game 1, 31 in game 2, only 11. Okay. Here we go. Game 1, Bulls. Game 2, Sonics. Game 3, Bulls. Game 4, Bulls. Let's go see if we can watch the Bulls celebration. If they win. If it's close, we'll jump in regardless. And if the Sonics are blown out, we'll hold off. It looks to be a close one. Let's watch the last minute 40 with the Bulls up 1. Kukoc gets to play. We got Skiles, Jordan, Cartwright, and in the corner
here's Skiles, defended by Peyton. Skiles, the pass to
55 is.
Tries from 10. Jordan can't get it to go. Seattle has got off an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Their power forward is Alfonso Ellis, and that's is that David Wingate? 55 is David Wingate.
Kukoc grabs the miss.
All Sonics have Duckworth. No, Benjamin, Benoit Benjamin, Kemp,
106 left in the
Barros, Peyton, and Eddie Johnson.
Here's Jordan.
Barros is guarding Michael Jordan. It's not a good matchup.
Jordan's got 16 here in the second half.
As clutch as they come. Michael Jordan, a huge bucket.
So Sonics do not have Ricky Pearson or Michael Cage.
Johnson against Wingate.
Barros is a great three-point shooter waiting on the screen from Big Benjamin.
6 on the shot clock. The pass to Benjamin.
He's going to have to put it up, and he misses. Kemp has it. Should be dunking it. Should dunk it now. He's still not dunking it. Oh, boy. Peyton Kemp.
Now here's Peyton.
Eddie Johnson.
To the middle.
Got a good cut here.
And they
misses the layup, and that could be it. Scott Skiles is a great free throw shooter, I think.
Well, I think the foul was his only option to stop the clock. However, this is
Bulls, so the guy I traded them is going to win them. They're back-to-back. Scott Williams is coming in.
So for the Bulls, Williams is checked in for Kukoc.
Pippen's not on the bench, so he must be hurt. Oh, or he just came in. Pippen was not in.
They're behind by 5. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
Oh, they got the Thunder cheerleaders in Seattle. That's cool.
Get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately foul.
And the Bulls making a change here. Paxson's checked in. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge.
Number 41 is...
Guys, during that last break, I listened to
Somebody's
Casey Jones address his team.
Probably shouldn't be Sean
The
Kemp
message
or
was simple.
Benjamin.
Keep fighting.
Oh, Xavier
Coach
McDaniel
told
has
his
an
team,
open
we're
layup.
in this. We just need some extra effort.
Foul
Let's go.
again.
See if they can come back. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, that's a good play. I mean, fouling there in hopes of staying alive in this one, that's the right play.
They need every second they can get at this point. Do whatever they can to come back.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Timeouts, it seems.
And that's how you slam the door shut on a team. Steps up to the line and puts the game away. Somebody needs to
shoot it like immediately. You might as well shoot it, Kemp. Oh my. Okay, they're just
deciding where to go with it. From past the arc.
Throw it up there.
No good.
Bulls win by 5 and go back to back.
The new NBA champions.
Pippen won the
To be
MVP
crowned a
last year.
champion on the road is something else. To win
There's
and
Gary
to do it
Payton
with a
celebrating with
crowd
the Bulls.
that was so emotional and so into this game. You've beaten the team and you've conquered
what that
everything
glitch
that this
is
great
and
arena
why it's
holds.
not fixed.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for the home crowd.
Happened last
But
year
all
too.
full
It was
credit to the visitors and the amazing
Derek
job
Harper
they did to never lose focus or drive.
celebrating with the Bulls.
And boy, this is the moment
Perhaps.
they've been working towards all season long. And even
There's
if they
LaFonso.
don't get to
LaFonso Ellis
celebrate in
gets
front of their home fans,
a
that does not
championship
take
as a rookie.
anything
There's
away
Eldon
from the
Campbell. I
satisfaction.
traded him over there.
Now,
J.C. King.
let's take you to the presentation
So a couple
of the Larry
Magic
O'Brien
players
Trophy.
getting
NBA
rings.
Commissioner doing the honor.
Phil Jackson is much shorter than Scottie Pippen. Isn't Phil Jackson pretty tall? Jordan looks like your MVP. All right. Let's go see if Jordan is indeed the MVP. Yes, he is. 27, 5, and 5. Great on defense. Shot ridiculous. 60, 90, 40. I didn't know you could override this, but you can. All right, Bulls are your champs. Magic, not so good. They changed us to rebuilding at some point. I'm going to put buying, so teams know we're in the hunt. Like that looks like a decent roster. It did at the start of the season too, so I don't know. Maybe we waited too long to switch the scheme and the defensive aggression. Maybe our team stats will show us if we got any better. What did I just click? We were top 10 in scoring, but then Shaq got hurt, so that changed. We did get a little better at this. This was 106, so that got better. Our differential, like, some of the losses we had were close, evidently. We didn't shoot that much. We shot mediocre. We were one of the best three-point shooting teams, one of the top free throw attempts, not so much percentage. Offensive rebounds top 10 still, and pretty close in defensive. So rebounding was not a problem. Assists is a problem. We need a better distributor than B.J. Armstrong. So point guard is going to be a priority. We're good at blocks, pretty bad at turnovers. Didn't foul that much. Bench points were in the middle. We allowed a lot of shots. Well, that got better too, because we were one of the worst at allowing. I think we were the worst at opponent field goal percentage. So we did get better at defense throughout the year after changing some of those things. So that's good to know. All right, well, back to this. So decisions we need to make are whether BJ's still our starting point guard. He could be tradable for something if we can sign someone better. Crotty's going to be gone. Nick Anderson, that's a decision we need to make. There's not many options out there that are better than him, unless we're getting Mitch Richmond, which would be cool. I don't know that we need somebody that scores like that. Anderson's defense is 78. Ellie could be tradable. Phil's, if he goes up, could be my backup shooting guard replacing Ellie. I'd be fine with that if he gets to 75 or 6, because he ended up shooting 42%, and his defense should be 82. Yeah, he's definitely playable. His lateral quickness is awful for some reason. I don't know. Horace Grant's a tough call. I feel like if I win, maybe he's happier, but I'm not sure what his problem is. Stacey King is definitely a tradable contract. So King, Ellie, and maybe Armstrong, depending on what we see in free agency. We don't have any draft picks, but we also have a really young team. The only guy over 30 is Bull, and he is 30. But it says we have $10 million in cap space, so that's what makes me say I think the cap jumps quite a bit, because the people we're losing are not that expensive. Nick Anderson. And 3 minimums, pretty much. So I think we're going to have money to try to get somebody. I don't think... I usually try to go below the top guy, because the top guys of each position get almost all of the offers. So Tim Hardaway's going to get all of the offers. So do I go for Kevin Johnson or Mark Price? That's kind of how I look at it. Or Mark Jackson. It'd be cheaper. And a really good distributor. Can he play defense? 70, so no. KJ is 76, Price is 74, Tim Hardaway. So nobody's really great at defense. Mookie is. Mookie's good at defense, 85. Doesn't shoot well. Not sure if his passing is any better than BJ's. I hope so. So, I mean, I would consider all these guys except for maybe Derek Harper. KJ got lots of assists. I also would want somebody that shoots a lot. So Price. Jackson definitely doesn't. Blaylock's 71. So there are choices there. Shooting guard. So if Richmond's not the top one, it should be Lewis and Drazen getting all of the offers. So I could try for Mitch. He's just as good at defense as Nick Anderson. He's a better scorer for sure. He's 82 at threes. He's 84 at threes. So just a better overall scorer, I guess, is what I meant to say. Starks is a defender. Barkley's going to get gobs of offers because he's 5 better than anybody else that's a free agent and the only small forward available, really. So Derek McKee, I think, is my small forward, which is fine. Horace, even if I trade him, if it's not for a power forward, I don't have a power forward. And I don't need a center. So, actually, Tyrone Hill would be a decent power forward. So there's the, I guess, things to look forward to as possibilities for the team. Again, I have no draft picks. The mock draft, wherever that is. The Spurs should have been able. I should have tried to steal their first round pick this year, evidently. We're going to get Chris Webber, so they'll get their David Robinson replacement a year later. Penny to the Celtics, Baker to the Hawks. But no Magic. Where's my pick? My pick is here, 11th. So likely not going to get into the top of the lottery, which is making me feel a little better. But it's the Sonics, who might get Calvert Chaney, and they have a pick down here as well. Anybody else missing their pick? Anybody else trade? Looks like all the others are pretty much the same team. There haven't been many trades, really, so. Alright, it's been a long video, so I'm going to stop there, and we'll pick up the off-season next time, and hope that we can make the playoffs in year 3, because if not, this might be our failure. I was thinking getting Shaq would be a good way to a quick championship. Not in year 1, I get that, but I was really hoping for a playoff push. Just a few games short, and we will try to do better next time. So, till then, True Shaq Redemption's out.